What's the darkest family secret you didn't learn until years later? Growing up, I always wondered why my Uncle Mark never came to family gatherings. Whenever I asked, my parents brushed it off. Oh, he's busy, or he lives too far. But I remembered hearing my grandma cry on the phone once, whispering his name. Years passed. At her funeral, I finally asked my mom directly, why don't we ever talk about Uncle Mark? She looked at me for a long time before pulling me into a quiet corner. Then she told me the truth. Uncle Mark wasn't some distant relative we never saw. He had actually raised me for the first year of my life. When I was born, my dad lost his job, and my parents couldn't afford rent or formula. They were drowning. Mark stepped in, took me into his tiny apartment, and cared for me as his own. He worked double shifts, fed me at night, and kept a journal of everything. My first steps, my first words. But when my parents got back on their feet, they took me home and made a decision to never talk about it again. They thought it would confuse me. At the funeral, my mom handed me a worn leather notebook. Inside were pages filled with Mark's handwriting, messy, tired, but full of love. The last entry read, "One day, when you're old enough, I hope you know how much I loved you, even if you never remember." I stood there shaking, tears blurring the words. All those years, I thought he was just a distant uncle, but really, he had been the man who saved my parents and raised me when they couldn't, and the secret broke me.